kills on the board, but his teammates are yet to register any kills. So if you look around and see, we also have IC, 13 IC, picked up our first blood, but that was the last we had of IC. Since then, they haven't yet picked up any other kills. Just one kill, and that's the last kill that the team got. Some other teams that are doing quite well, Giggity, we saw him at the floating platform, but currently is down. Things are not looking good for Giggity. Gets taken out by Dashi, but now they're down to their last man. Each player on this team has 1 kill, so they have a net total of 3 kills, ladies and gentlemen. Paxton is trying his best to stay alive and keep his team in the competition. So, ladies and gentlemen, who is going to win this? Who's going to come out of at the top frag of the night? We're here to find out, as Most Wanted team picks up their 11th kill, and now they're scouting, very hungry for more. They cleared the floating platform, so that can tell you how sweaty this team is. But now they've had gunshots. They've had gunshots inside this snowy town, and they're diving in, ladies and gentlemen. Most Wanted, hungry for blood, dives in on 67 vibes. 67 vibes, trying his best to flee the danger, but he gets outnumbered. Motion takes out one person right there, but now 67 vibes is taken out by Most Wanted, by Most Wanted's teammate. Now Motion got taken out by Serengeti. Ladies and gentlemen, this teammate is steadily pushing. They now have a total of 13 kills, only 7 kills away from a 20 bomb. Ladies and gentlemen, are they going to be able to touch that? We're here to find out. We're here to find out. But all this team, team number 5 is proving to be a problem. But now we have another team stepping in, ladies and gentlemen. KO Black at 5 kills, Dashi at 3 kills. They have a total of 8 kills going on there. I think they've just gotten out of a gunfight right here, reviving their teammate, and they deploy. They managed to get that teammate back on their feet. Dashi managed to pick up kills right there. 3 kills on the board for him, and Black at 5 kills. He now keeps his team at a net total of 8 kills, ladies and gentlemen. Also steady pushing, but now the Most Wanted team seems to be in trouble right here. Most Wanted, the last man on this team, is getting beamed. Is he gonna be eliminated right here? This will be so sad for him, and also so sad for the entire lobby, because this team was dominating. Okay, his teammate was now back, but that was very close. Most Wanted's team was this close to being sent to the lobby, ladies and gentlemen. They survived narrowly. Most Wanted, the top frag of the lobby, with 7 kills, but now just behind him we have Black at 5 kills. Black managed to pick up double customs right there, and also picks up his 6th kill. Ladies and gentlemen, Black is now only 1 kill behind Most Wanted. The question is he going to get more kills right here? Ladies and gentlemen, he's currently in a gunfight around, I believe this is a nuclear plant area. Yes, it is one of the most OG places of this map, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know where you're watching from, but for those who are just tuning in, these are the KUER University esports ranking, ladies and gentlemen. Day 2. Yesterday we had an amazing day 1, and today we are kicking off with day 2, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you're watching from, we urge you to like the live stream, share this live stream with a friend of yours who wouldn't want to miss out on this amazing action, ladies and gentlemen. Black spotting some enemies right here. Is he going to be able to hit double digits, individual double digits? But he's been spotted right here by KO Vulture. I believe either Vulture or Culture and the team, who are just coming in from nuclear plant. But now Black's team seems to be in a bit of trouble here, because they are now sandwiched between about 3 teams. Is Black going to be able to survive this? Trying his best to see if he can rotate. There's a whole team at the top right there. There's also another team inside launch base, but he decides that he's going to just instead push this team at launch base. This might be very risky, but might he be able to survive? This is one of the top frags of the lobby with 6 kills on the board. He knows he's surrounded. Ladies and gentlemen, Black almost now he takes out one person, but he's now low on HP. This person rushing him. Oh my days, Black. Is Black going to survive this, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, but now backup has come from his teammates. Black spots KO Keith right there, trying to beam him with a fender, but now KO Keith seems to be like in a bit of trouble right here, ladies and gentlemen. Black just narrowly manages to survive. Is there any other person in the lobby who is causing problems? You also have Paxton, ladies and gentlemen. He's currently 6 kills. Supposed Most Wanted shoots him in the back, takes him out, supports Serengeti as well, but Serengeti gives the backup to Most Wanted and takes out Paxton right there. So Most Wanted, ladies and gentlemen, is a top frag of the lobby with 9 kills. There's no one in the entire lobby with more kills than Most Wanted, ladies and gentlemen. This guy should actually be the Most Wanted person of the lobby. because he's currently top fragging, only 1 kill away from hitting 10 kills. He'll become the very first person of the night to hit double digits. Just look at the movement of this guy, sliding, jumping, using that snowboard, ladies and gentlemen. But I think somehow they know that there's an enemy in front of them, so Most Wanted decides to push in aggressively with that snowboard. Ladies and gentlemen, Spencer and Faraja, they're being pushed right here by Most Wanted's team. Faraja just trying to survive, gets beaten by Most Wanted, but now Most Wanted, auto frag has been taken out right there by Spencer, ladies and gentlemen. Good backup on Spencer, but now he gets outnumbered and taken out by Serengeti, ladies and gentlemen. This team now has a total of 20 kills at the top flag of the lobby, ladies and gentlemen, with 20 kills, 20 buona. This team is on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Most Wanted, the top flag of the lobby with 10 kills, Worcester at 5 kills, Bad Boy with 1 kill, and Serengeti, ladies and gentlemen, at 4 kills, but the lobby is still young, ladies and gentlemen. We are not yet at our final circle, but ladies and gentlemen, when you go to our final zone, automatic reverse will turn off, so these guys are going to want to stay alive as much as they can, ladies and gentlemen. They should try their best to stay alive. We started off with 14 teams. We are down to our final 9 teams, ladies and gentlemen. We are steady pushing. Who's going to win this? GK Lunatic takes out Proficiency, but he has been spotted by Serengeti. Serengeti gets those beams on Lunatic, takes him out, ladies and gentlemen. This team is now pushing 30 kills, ladies and gentlemen. Are they going to hit 30 kills? We're here to find out. But now they push in aggressively. They go to see if there's anyone lucky. They have a total of 21 kills on the board. 21 kills. This team is doing quite well, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of kills. But the question is, are they going to get those placement points? Are they going to place right? We're here to find out. Let's look around and see which other players are doing quite well. We have Paxton currently at 7 kills and pushing. His teammates don't have a lot of kills. We have Aimbot with 1 kill and Sagigit with 1 kill. Oh, they are in a gunfight right here with someone. Ladies and gentlemen, the BY-15. But ladies and gentlemen, Sagigit gets one tapped right there by Mikasa. Mikasa with a beautiful 2-piece on Most Wanted's team, but now one more person comes in this area. Almost a 4-piece, ladies and gentlemen. That was beautiful for Mikasa, but unfortunately he got outnumbered. The power of friendship betraying him right there. But now backup is coming from Picha Temo, ladies and gentlemen. They are trying to get the revive, but they're not able to. Pocha Tayemu, something like that. Some of these guys have interesting names. Coming into that backup and ensuring that revive does not happen. Pocha Tayemu, ladies and gentlemen. He knows someone is down right here. His dogs, just watching the dogs, the K9 units. Just watching them look for the team, for the enemies, the nearby enemies. But now there's someone, Paxton just tiptoeing around, trying his best to stay alive. But now the dogs are going to give out his rotation. Paxton, you've been hard. He has no idea. He has been hard. Poche Tayemu knows that Paxton is down there, drops more dogs, but I don't think the dogs will really be doing anything from up there. So he decides to go in aggressively. He's not about to allow Paxton to survive this. He spots Paxton getting beaten by Pochettino, ladies and gentlemen. Is Pochettino going to be able to get that knock on Paxton? You have to find out. Paxton just trying his best to stay alive. He has that medic as well, so he can use it just to keep his team in this. But now Paxton is playing this defensively. Pochettino wants to make sure that he eliminates Paxton and his team. Paxton is the last person on his standing. Last person standing on his team with 8 kills. But now he decides that he has to just fight. He decides to hold his ground and decides to fight. But no, he decides that it's not a gunfight he wants to take. He's now just running for his life, trying his best to rotate in zone. But now let's get to coverage for Most Wanted, ladies and gentlemen. Auto flag of the lobby with 11 kills. He spots someone down there. Dashi gets spotted by Most Wanted. Beams coming in from Most Wanted, but Most Wanted unable to get the knock. Most Wanted beaming, and finally manages to get the down on Dashi. Dashi is now down, ladies and gentlemen. Most Wanted is now in the zone. Most Wanted still hungry for kills, absolutely deleting everyone in this lobby, ladies and gentlemen. This is game number 1, and things extremely hot, but this is game number 1 out of 3. If you thought that this game is hot, my dear, wait till you see the next game, ladies and gentlemen. Most Wanted, top flag of the lobby with 12 kills, Washed at 6 kills, Bad Boy with 1 kill, and Serengeti with 7 kills, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are pushing 30 kills and they're almost there. Just a couple of kills more, and they will. And they'll be at a 30 bomb. But now they spotted Engage right there. Engage just died to his own. Most Wanted entered the house. He wants to get the kills, ladies and gentlemen. But Most Wanted doesn't know the big man Motion is hiding inside that tank for his life. Motion. Things are not looking good for Motion because he might just die to safe zone. Ladies and gentlemen, he's in that tank. Just trying his best to stay alive, but Most Wanted pushes in. Oh, Most Wanted taps Motion inside there. Pick up his 30K Motion. Motion unaenda wapi? Where are you going? Hiding for his life and taken out by Most Wanted. They are the 10 German himself for the lobby. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to our very final 3 teams of this game and 7 players alive. Ladies and gentlemen, who's going to win this game? Marciolo has been spotted by the big man Most Wanted. Most Wanted drops his shield, gets some beamed on Marciolo, downs him. Ladies and gentlemen, these are 3 teams that are alive, but who's going to win this? Most Wanted picking up his 14th kill, ladies and gentlemen. But someone is in that house just trying his best to stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 teams in the vicinity. Who's going to come out of this alive? Manda Gillis has been spotted, gets beamed by Most Wanted. Ladies and gentlemen, Most Wanted seems to be in trouble, but he drops that shield. Ladies and gentlemen, just in time. Now he survived this, but Bad Boy comes in for that backup, and now we are down to our final 2 teams. Ladies and gentlemen, who's gonna win this? Wow, my God! Most Wanted, those 3 scopes and he picks up our very final kill of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, Most Wanted sparing not anyone of this lobby and winning this lobby for his team. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your champions of this game number 1 of the night, none other than 13 Most Wanted team. This 13 clan absolutely dominating, led by the big man himself, Most Wanted, and that BY of his, ladies and gentlemen. Most Wanted at 15 kills, Serengeti at 7 kills, Washed at 6 kills, and 13 Bad Boy at 2 kills, ladies and gentlemen. This team has been absolutely deleting everyone. So in terms of kills, they're the top fraggers. They had dropped a 30 bomb, ladies and gentlemen. Team number 5, Most Wanted, at the team. They dropped a 30 bomb, so Most Wanted had 30 kills. Then in second place in terms of kills, none other than team number 4. That was Black's team. Black dropping a 10 bomb. He had 10 kills. Dashi 6 kills. Engage 1 kill, and Banzega 2 kills. They had a net total of 29 kills. So they're only 1 kill away from. 19 kills. They're only 1 kill away from a 20 bomb. And then we also had a couple of teams tied in with 10 kills. We had team number 8 in 5th place with 10 kills, and team number 12 in 6th place with 10 kills, ladies and gentlemen. So that has been your game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be diving into game number 2 shortly. We are going to be diving into game number 2. What an absolute intense fast game. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be bringing you coverage of game number 2 shortly. Stay tuned. The night has just started. For those who are just watching, W's in the chat for Most Wanted and the team number 5, Most Wanted being the top frag of the lobby with 15 kills, 13 Bad Boy, and also Serengeti had 7 kills on the board and also Washed. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the Kenya University esports rankings, and this team is proving to be the most dangerous university. I don't know which university Most Wanted is from. For those who are watching in the chat, let me know. But now this is proving to be the most dangerous university in terms of CODM, ladies and gentlemen. W is in the chat for Most Wanted's team and their university. Spam W is in the chat. Spam W is in the chat. And those who are watching the live stream and have not yet liked the live stream, please ensure that you like the live stream. This night has just gotten even more hot. So we're going to be hopping into game number 2 shortly. Game number 2 shortly as we wait for the casters to reset, as we also wait for the players to reconnect. We're going to be diving into game number 2 of the night, ladies and gentlemen. What an electric first half, ladies and gentlemen. Totally dominated by this team number 5. But are we going to see another team step it up in this next game? We're here to find out, ladies and gentlemen. These are university students absolutely destroying each other here, ladies and gentlemen, on this Saturday night. 3 days to ED, ladies and gentlemen. We're excited to eat that ED food, but these university students, these Kenyan university boys, have decided to delete themselves here tonight. What an interesting first game, ladies and gentlemen, and the coverage is coming in for the next game. The next game as we wait for these teams to reset. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, please ensure that you like the live stream because you're going to be hopping in shortly. What an amazing and electrifying first game. And this second game, I sure is going to deliver even more action. I can feel it. To my ladies and gentlemen, do you feel it? I hope that you feel it too because I feel it too. 13 most wanted. For those who do not know, we have some crazy players in this. So if I'm to recognize some of the best players on the East African in the East African region, some of them actually in here in this lobby. But I didn't know they're university students. We have most wanted, ladies and gentlemen. We also have the big man Motion himself, and also my boy 67 Vibes in team number 12. I don't know what university they are from, but ladies and gentlemen, this guy is actually one of the best, some of the best players in the whole East African region. So who else? There's some people I've never seen before. Players like Mikasa, but they were playing quite well in this previous game. I saw that beautiful two-piece from Mikasa. GG's in team number 13. Mikasa, Pochakayemo, Big Bro, K, something like that. Big Bro from Kenya. Then we also some other popular names. I'm seeing GK Lunatic. This guy is a lunatic himself. Who else? Some other names that I recognize. This guy Paxton. I recognize Sagegeri and Loser from Endless Gaming, Endless Esports. But a name that I never had before was Paxton. But the way he was playing this previous game was quite amazing. GG's Paxton. And also I also recognize 141 Glazy from that 141 clan all the way from Kenya. Very nice to see him. These are all names that I recognize. I also recognize IC 13 IC. I don't know why he's not playing with this boy. This guy is his boy 13 most wanted. This guy is a clanmate. I also recognize 13 IC, one of the best players actually in East Africa, right there. So let's wait and see. Let's wait for all these teams to get set up, and then we dive into game number 2 shortly. We're going to be diving into game number 2 shortly. So we have two amazing lobbies, two insane lobbies coming up. Stay tuned. If you're just watching the live stream, please ensure that you're liking the live stream. If you're not subscribed to the channel, ensure that you subscribe because things are going to get even more hot, more intense. I assure you, the night is just getting started. Ready your eyes for it. If you're watching and you're not playing, just get ready for this game number 2. It's going to be amazing. Usually these rooms they go from hotter to hottest. So I assure you this next game is going to be even hotter than this very first one. Let's just wait for the host to start. On what? So ladies and gentlemen, game number 2 is going to be kicking off in about a minute. So stay tuned, chat. Stay tuned. We're going to be back. Coverage is coming right back. So stay tuned. In about a minute, we're going to be kicking off with game number 2. Game number 2 coming up.
So be careful what you wish for. Used to be the shortest in the room. Now I'm 6'4", standing on your favorite rapper's tomb. What's the drip for? If your family's starving with no food, what's the risk, bro? Hit the game, had everything I knew.
Blood, sweat, and tears, blessed for the years. All I I did was stay numb. I've been stressing my peers. I'm next in the pairs. Live my series, fortunately, no go to live. I surpass all those who left the grand, I keep holding layers. Oh, don't cry. This is what you want. Close your eyes. They sell will turn profit.
Come for supper, man, drop a couple bands. This'll be the pan, this'll be the fan. Move to Netherland, never see your friends. Pardon me, McMahon, I've been freezing, man. Come for supper, man, drop a couple bands. This'll be the pan, this'll be the fan. Move to Netherland, never see your friends. Pardon me, McMahon, I've been freezing, man.
Hiya, Bass, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be kicking off with game number 2 of the night shortly. Just right now, we're going to be kicking off with game number 2. So wherever you tuned in, ladies and gentlemen, these are the Kenya University Esports Ranking Day number 2. So we're kicking off just right now. We're waiting for all the players to connect. But ladies and gentlemen, your caster is none other than your boy, Uganda, casting all the way from Kampala, Uganda. Habari, my friends, all the way from Kenya. I hope you guys are having a fantastic evening. But tonight, this night is not a friendly night because we have more violence tuned in for you, lined up for you guys as we hop into game number 2 of the night. So the deployment flight has taken off right here, ladies and gentlemen. Right here, the deployment flight has taken off. We had an amazing, very fast game. Dominating the lobby with none other than Most Wanted team, 13 Most Wanted, Serengeti, and Wash. But ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, this team of Most Wanted seems to be a man shot today, so this might not be so good for him. But ladies and gentlemen, we know how broken Most Wanted is. Okay, their teammate just connected last minute. That was very close, almost lagged out right there because Most Wanted was going to have to find a way of winning it alone. So ladies and gentlemen, Most Wanted decides to go aggressively into the areas of crash sites. It's going to be a hot drop of the night, ladies and gentlemen. As you see, most of the teams are diving in right there. Most Wanted has touched ground, just looking around, trying to see if he can get that loot, ladies and gentlemen. Picks up a PPSH, so he's almost good to go. And the vicinity, ladies and gentlemen, we have about three teams that are hungry for blood, ladies and gentlemen. But Most Wanted already scanning the area, trying to see if he can get some kills. Picks up that beautiful Jet RG sniper, ladies and gentlemen. We have about 3 teams in this area. We have to see who's gonna drop first blood. But I don't know if Most Wanted has spotted anyone yet, but he knows, yes, he has spotted. He knows that there's a team just right there. Oh, gets a hit marker on one of them, ladies and gentlemen. Almost about gets another hit marker right there, ladies and gentlemen. These quick scopes are very amazing from Most Wanted, but he's unable to down any of the enemies. But now he has been spotted. Beams coming, ladies and gentlemen. Most Wanted has decided that he wants to play with a sniper and a shotgun only, ladies and gentlemen. First blood. Oh, we have our first enemy, our first blood coming in from none other than Panzega, ladies and gentlemen, who picks up the first blood, but he has also been taken out right here in the around areas of I believe this should be the area, the snowy areas of the map. I don't know which area this is. Let me look closely. But ladies and gentlemen, your first blood came from none other than Panzega, who is now currently seated at 1 kill. Panzega, ladies and gentlemen. Then other players that have picked up some kills so far. We have Aimbot, HZN at 1 kill, ladies and gentlemen. So if I scan this list, there are only 2 players in the whole map. Oh, Farajas at 3 kills, ladies and gentlemen. Farajas at 3 kills, becomes the top frag of the lobby, but he's now camping it out for his life. He's being rushed by 3 men right there. He doesn't have heals, so he's in a bit of a difficult situation right here. Is Faraja gonna be able to survive this, ladies and gentlemen? Surrounded right here, spots 1 person there, but ladies and gentlemen, his non health. He has no plates as well, so he can't plate up and he's surrounded by some enemies right here. So he decides that that's a gunfight he doesn't want to take, so he's just running for his life. But is he going to pick up more kills? There's no one in the entire lobby with more kills. Just shoots at a trickster right there, gets rushed by a BY-15, ladies and gentlemen. He's about to get one tap right here. Oh, gets one tap by a KO Prince, ladies and gentlemen. It was only a matter of time, ladies and gentlemen. Faraja gets taken out. Gets taken out right there, ladies and gentlemen. Faraja, our top frag of the lobby, falls. So let's go back to our previous winners of the previous lobby. Most Wanted, what has just come in that is from the Mount Kenya University, all the way from Kenya, Mount Kenya. This guy only knows how to be on top. My boy, Most Wanted. So I was Most Wanted and the team doing after that electric first game. Ladies and gentlemen, Most Wanted, this team is off to a very slow start. They have to pick up their very first kill, and my boy Most Wanted is just coming back from the deployment flight right here. He had to pick up his very first kill, so things are maybe not going as he wanted, ladies and gentlemen. But we know he's a good player, so we know he can step it up and rake up more kills. So it's just getting started. Representing Mount Kenya University right there, most wanted, ladies and gentlemen. But let's go back to some teams that are doing quite well. Sagigiri's team is now seeming to be a problem right here. Sagigiri at 1 kill, Loser at 1 kill, Aimbot.hzn at 1 kill, and Paxton himself at 1 kill as well. Ladies and gentlemen, they've split the top fragging team of the lobby with 4 kills on the board. I don't think there's any other team that has, for oh yes, 67 vibes on the team, and now currently at 4 kills as well. 67 vibes being he has also caught up with the top frag of the lobby. He also had 3 kills as well, but now he gets beamed and taken out right there with an Oden. Ladies and gentlemen, Oden is back as ground loot, and my boy Most Wanted gets taken out right there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, his teammate being outnumbered right here and gets instantly deleted by AP Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy is here. These AP boys, I saw them dominating scrims, but now they're also now here. They missed. I didn't see them really do anything big in the previous game. I wonder if even they played, but they're too silent. But now they're here causing problems. AP Soldier Boy, AP Keshi, AP Ranos right here, and AP Darks. Ladies and gentlemen, they have a cumulative total of 4 kills on the board, deleting Most Wanted's team right there, as if they are causing problems in the previous lobby, getting instantly deleted by these AP boys. AP Kashi, 2 kills, and AP Soldier Boy, 2 kills. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think we have anyone else who has surpassed 4 kills. Oh, Faraja, ladies and gentlemen, has picked up his 4th kill. Ladies and gentlemen, picks up his 5th right there. Faraja is on fire right here, ladies and gentlemen. But the strangest bit about this Faraja game is that his backup is not there from his teammates. By the way, he's deleting everyone. He spots Paxton right next to him, ladies and gentlemen. Sagigi's team being rushed by Faraja. But Faraja's outnumbered right here. Is Faraja going to survive? This gets taken out, ladies and gentlemen, by Sagigiri. Faraja got outnumbered right there, and also Lunatic gets taken out. It's now down to Spencer to just stay alive. You should just get out of that area. Get out of there. Stay alive so that your teammates can come back. And he does that very, very nicely. GG Spencer. But he's currently at 0 kills, ladies and gentlemen. Is he going to be carried also in this game, ladies and gentlemen? I need to find out. But that was so unfortunate for Farage and Lunatic. But ladies and gentlemen, as it stands, Farage is the top frag of the lobby. Top frag of the lobby is 5 kills, and this team is a top fragging team. They have a cumulative total of 7 kills on the board. GG's to Gigiri and the team for rushing in and showing and flexing some muscle right there. So Gigiri and the team. But ladies and gentlemen, this AP team is also seeming to cause a bit some problems right there. AP Soldier Boy and the team, 3 kills. Keshi at 2 kills. Rannos at 1 kill. They have a total of 6 kills, only 1 kill behind the Faraja's team. But ladies and gentlemen, Most Motion is in the area. He takes out Most Wanted. We have a couple of teams fighting in this area, ladies and gentlemen. So this area is so hot, ladies and gentlemen. Motion picking up his second kill of the game. Ladies and gentlemen. Motion spots one of the AP boys, beams him with that order, takes him out. Another AP boy falls right there, takes out 67 vibes, but now Motion got outnumbered right there and got taken out. Now it's down to Proficient LX to stay alive, bro. Just stay alive so that your boys can come back. I know you're not you're trying to play this a bit passively, but that's playing out quite well. But now, ladies and gentlemen, Motion and the team now have a total of 7 kills. They're now tied with Faraja's team for top frag. Faraja's team has also a total of 7 kills as well. Faraja having 5 kills, and GK Lunatic 2 kills, and Spencer yet to pick up his very first kill. So these are the 2 teams that are contesting tightly for that spot of top frag. The question is, are they going to be able to do just that? We're here to find out, ladies and gentlemen. This lobby is still young, and Final Circle is still very, very far. Ladies and gentlemen, this is game number 2 of the night. Game number 2 out of 3. We are going to be having 3 amazing games tonight, and these games are extremely hot. We have the Kenya Esports University rankings, ladies and gentlemen. These are university kids playing off against each other. University boys deleting each other, and playing this off And they were to see who's going to win this. So the winner of the previous lobby were none other than 13 Most Wanted from Mount Kenya University. But now we're here to see who's going to win this. We have a bit of a slow game. Auto Frag of the previous lobby, imagine, has 0 kills. He had to pick up his very first kill, but now he's rushed by 4 men right there. Paxton and the team rushed Most Wanted and sent him to the lobby. Very sad for Most Wanted because he had just picked up his custom guns, but now his teammate worst. He's totally surrounded and in trouble. Is he going to be able to survive this? Ladies and gentlemen, we need to find out. We need to find out, but now Serengeti takes out Sagigiri. Serengeti trying to fight, but now he gets outnumbered and taken out by Paxton. Paxton deleting Most Wanted's team, but now what's happened to my boy Most Wanted? What's happened to my boy Most Wanted? Most Wanted is now he's still at 0 kills after dropping a 15 bomb in the previous game. He's finding it very hard to pick up, to get even 1 kill in this game. But ladies and gentlemen, Paxton and the team are all the way from KCA University in Kenya, representing KCA in Kenya. Paxton at 3 kills, Aimbot HZN with 3 kills, a loser at 1 kill, and Sagigiri at 2 kills. Ladies and gentlemen, these guys have a total of 9 kills, and they are our second top fragging team of the lobby, ladies and gentlemen. But our top fragging team of the lobby is none other than these AP boys. I don't know where they were in this previous game, but now they have come to absolutely dominate this game number 2. They have a total. They have a total of about 11 kills. They become our very first team to surpass our 10 kill. To hit a 10 kill bomb, ladies and gentlemen. Their top fragger being none other than Soldier Boy at 4 kills. APK at 3 kills, Ranux YT at 3 kills, and Darks, ladies and gentlemen, at 1 kill. These AP boys, I don't know, I never see them in our East African scrims, but they're out here deleting all these university students, ladies and gentlemen. They don't want to know, but now they rush a team right here, ladies and gentlemen. Are they going to come out of this alive? Oh my days, Paxton from KCA University gets rushed right here. Ladies and gentlemen, is Paxton going to be able to survive? This Paxton gets taken out by AP Run X YT, ladies and gentlemen. AP Run X, right? These AP boys come out of this alive. AP Soldier Boy picking up his 5th kill right there. AP Keshi is now seated at 4 kills. Runox at Runox YT, Run X SYT at 4 kills, and Dax at 2 kills. Ladies and gentlemen, these guys are all the way from Zetech University in Kenya. Wow, representing the university quite well right here. They have a total of about 14 kills on the board. These guys are steady pushing and dominating this entire lobby. Ladies and gentlemen, they spot 67 vibes and Motion's team. Ladies and gentlemen, they're spotting 67 vibes and Motion's team, but the Motion know that these are the big boys of the lobby that are going up against Motion and vibes that decide that this is the fight they want to take, but I don't think this is a wise idea. Ladies and gentlemen, these AP boys decided to push Motion and the team. Motion and the team being rushed right here. Motion. Vibes gets taken out and Motion getting deleted by this team, ladies and gentlemen. This team is being absolutely merciless, ladies and gentlemen, deleting everyone. AP Run X, ladies and gentlemen, at 5 kills. AP Soldier Boy at 5 kills. AP Keshi at 4 kills. And Darks, ladies and gentlemen. Darks at 3 kills, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are deleting everyone. All the way from Zetech University. Vibes and the team being deleted right there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is day number 2 of the Kenya University Esports rankings, ladies and gentlemen. Kenya University Esports rankings for you tonight, where we are casted by none other than your boy Uganda, casting all the way from Kampala, Uganda. So if you're just joining us on the live stream, be sure to like the live stream. Also be sure to share the live stream with your friends, ladies and gentlemen. We have kicked on. This is game number 2. You missed, if you're just joining us right now, you missed an absolutely terrific and electrifying game number 1. We're going to be diving into game number, and this is game number 2 shortly, and we have just one more game, then we shall call it a night, and tomorrow we shall have game number 3 casted by me, ladies and gentlemen. So let's look around and see what other teams are doing quite well. Worst and the team also starting to get a couple of kills right there. Then a gunfight right there. Worst at 4 kills, but gets one top right there by some guy. I don't know what kind of what kind of IGN this is. It looks like a what? It's 1928374. Is that like a code or something? But ladies and gentlemen, he's the last man left standing on this team, but is he going to be able to survive? Yes, his teammates have just come back just right in. He survived just in time, and his teammates are back, ladies and gentlemen. Estros are coming back to land right there. But ladies and gentlemen, we started off this game at 15 teams, but now we are currently down to our final 13 teams. 2 teams have been eliminated. 2 universities have been sent to the lobby right there. But ladies and gentlemen, absolutely dominating this lobby is none other than these AP boys all the way from Zetech University. They're currently in the gunfight right here, ladies and gentlemen. They delete AG Black Panther, who gets sent to the lobby right there. AP Ranox being the top frag of the lobby with 8 kills. He spots BXN in front of him, pushing BXN. This guy wants to see that he gets a 10 bomb, but now his kill gets taken by none other than AP Kashi. This team, this team is deleting everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Run X is only 2 kills away from a 10 kill bomb. AP Kashi at 6 kills, Soldier Boy at 7 kills, and AP Dax at 3 kills. These guys are deleting everyone. But ladies and gentlemen, there's some other big boys in town, ladies and gentlemen. Keep at 7 kills, Estrosa at 1 kill, 141 Glazier at 2 kills, and this 1928-374 at 2 kills, ladies and gentlemen. Keep being the top fragger of that team at 7 kills, ladies and gentlemen. He's also steady pushing. This team is also steady pushing. Then Worst and the team also starting to rake up a couple of kills. Most wanted that top fragger of the previous game. He's picking up his second kill right there, but now the top frag of that team is none other than Worst at 6 kills, ladies and gentlemen. But now they're currently in a gunfight right here. All teams are just struggling to rotate to zone. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you view the map, we are almost down to a final circle, ladies and gentlemen. So all people should try their best to stay alive. So this is where things get intense. 141 Glazier and the team are up against Worst's team. Bad boy beaming and taking out Estrosa, ladies and gentlemen. Glazier and the team are in a difficult situation right here because now they're being held out of safe zone, and Worst and the team know this, so they're trying their best to hold this team out of safe zone. But Worst has to rotate, but he doesn't want to just let those kills go. Oh my days. Is he gonna be able to kill this team? He's just camping it out, waiting for any of them to come rushing out to go safe zone, and then he beams them. But information has come to his teammates, and they know that this team is out there. One of them on a snowball trying to rotate to safe zone gets spotted by Worst, trying to see if he can get those kills, but he's currently stuck at 6 kills. Let's see our top fragger, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new big man in town, and it's none other than Keep at 11 kills. Keep top fragging this lobby at 11 kills from Estrosa's team. He has successfully rotated into safe zone, but his teammates are currently struggling out of zone, ladies and gentlemen. Things are not looking good for his teammates, but keep coming in with that backup, seeing if they can get Worst off their team. And now Glazy falls and Estrosa falls. Now it's down to Keep and 192 to Keep to see if they can avenge their team right there. But now if they do too much, they might get eliminated. So Keep pushing in right here. Is Keep pulls out the BY-15 against Most Wanted's team. One tap Serengeti, one tap, trying to one tap, but now Keep falls right there, ladies and gentlemen. The top frag of the lobby falls right there. It's now down to 192 to see if he can clutch this, but it's now not looking good for our 192 and the 192's team, because now the last man left standing on the team, and Most Wanted and the whole team and the team are a full team, so it's a 1v4 currently. But is he going to be able to survive this? We're here to find out. We're here to find out, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just joining the live stream, things are hot. Things are so hot, ladies and gentlemen. We are casting the Kenya University Esports Rankings, day number 2, COD Mobile Games, casted by none other than your boy Uganda, casting all the way from Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, 192, the last man left standing on this team, is now dashing into Most 67 Vibes team. One tap, 67 Vibes, but unfortunately gets taken out by Kariuki Sav LNP. But now, ladies and gentlemen, out of fraggers alive become none other than these AP boys, ladies and gentlemen. These guys have more than 30 kills plus. They're absolutely dominating this lobby, ladies and gentlemen. Run X being a top fragger with 11 kills, and just 1 kill behind him. We have Soldier Boy, a 10 kill Soldier Boy, picking up his 11th kill as well. 11th kill. So this team has 2 of the top fraggers. This lobby Serengeti gets spotted right there, instantly beamed and deleted by none other than Soldier Boy. Worst comes for the backup, but instantly gets Worst right there by Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy and Runner X instantly deleting everyone. Bad Boy also gets taken out. What a beautiful through piece by Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy is deleting everyone in this lobby, ladies and gentlemen, as we are now down to our final 5 teams, ladies and gentlemen. Soldier Boy at 13 kills, Run X at 11 kills, Kashi at 7 kills, and then Ducks at 4 kills. Ladies and gentlemen, this Zetech University boys are absolutely deleting everyone. They're proving that they're the best university in the whole of Kenya at this game, ladies and gentlemen. 13 kills for Soldier Boy, 11 for Run X. Ducks at 4 kills. And AP Keshi at 7 kills. Wow, 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 wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we're down to our final 3 teams. So who are going to go ahead and win this? IC and the team are also still alive. And Mosho, these guys are all the way from Meru University, and also 67 Vibes and the team are also still alive. Vibes getting some beams on IC. Vibes takes out IC. Now it's down to Mosho also gets taken out, ladies and gentlemen. Running Wolf trying his best to stay alive, but now he's the last man left standing. Took out Mosho right there, but now he's surrounded. Ladies and gentlemen, are down to our very final 3 teams. But now Run X have come for the third party. They spot Karano and Motion out in the open. They are yank the kill on Vibes, take out Vibes, ladies and gentlemen. Soldier Boy is now seated at 13 kills and Run X is at 11 kills. We are down to our final 3 teams. Running Wolf has been spotted by Run X. Run X getting those beams on Running Wolf. Running Wolf cannot run anymore, gets instantly deleted by Run X, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, you're now down to our final 2 teams, and the last person dies to safe zone. Motion dies to safe zone, and winning this lobby, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than the Zetech University boys, team number 7. Team AP from Zetech University, absolutely dominating this lobby. These guys are flexing their muscles in this game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Soldier Boy at 13 kills, Run XYT at 11 kills, Ashi at 9 kills, only 1 kill away from a 10 bomb, and then Dax at 5 kills, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. What dominance exerted by this team. So let's see how they did in terms of kills, ladies and gentlemen. This team was only 2 kills away from a 40 bomb. They had 38 kills, ladies and gentlemen. Then in second place in terms of kills, ladies and gentlemen, we had none other than Motion's team at 19 kills. Then in third place, we had none other than team number 5. That was Wash's team, Most Wanted's team. They had only a total of 18 kills. Then in fourth place in terms of kills, we had none other than team number 6 in 6th place with 16 kills. That was Glaze's team. Keep being the top frag of that team with 11 kills. Then 141 Glazy at 2 kills. Then 1928374 at 2 kills. And then Ete Rosa at 1 kill. So in terms of placement, ladies and gentlemen, team number 7 came in first place with 38 kills. Then in second place, we had team number 12 with 19 kills. Then in third place, none other than team number 2 with 9 kills. That was Running Wolf's team. The guy was just running for his life in that final circle. But that has been your game number 2. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be diving into game number 3 shortly. This is going to be the last game of match day number 2 of these Kenya University Sports Rankings finals, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to go ahead and win this? We're here to find out. But this AP team, they were very silent in the first game. I actually don't think I saw them play, but they've just come into this game number 2 and I've absolutely deleted everyone, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zetech University boys deleting everyone. But then now in second place, we had Most Wanted and the team. I don't know what university they're from. Then in third place, we had none other than Motions. I think it was Most Wanted's team. The Most Wanted's team are all the way from Mount Kenya University. So yeah, that has been your game number 2. That has been an amazing game, absolutely dominated by these SAP boys. And shortly we're going to be bringing you game number 3 shortly. Game number 3 out of 3 shortly. This game, match day number 2 of this amazing Kenya University Sports Final. So stay tuned as we hop into game number 3. Our final lobby of that day is going to be coming shortly. If you're just joining the live stream, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the live stream as well, share the live stream to your friends, let everybody know that this is the hub for violence of the night, ladies and gentlemen. So let's wait for the teams to regroup as we dive into game number 3. We'll be bringing you coverage shortly.
Cigarettes in my chest, I confess, still a mess. Oh, what's left? More regret. Better yet, I can't believe how much we cause lately everything got touched us and dust, but somehow still feeling cuts. Oh, really better not trust, for you I bleed. Broken glass, take a step. Welcome to the valley of the shadow of death. Throw a match, count your breath. Hello to the man who sold the world for a check. Everything I sell, look around with a diamond in your face smile. Do you wonder what you gave up just to play crowds? Every day that you would pray went away now. Cigarettes in my chest, I confess, still a mess. Oh, what's left? More regret. Better yet, I can't believe how much we cause lately everything got touched us and dust, but somehow still feeling cuts. Oh, really better not trust, for you I bleed. From the liver to the diamonds in your fake smile. Every day we got away, but now they stay crowds. Can't escape the taste of venom in it made now. Getting sour by the hour, would you stay around? Don't you drink another sip, already wasted. Try to sound and hate you chase for fakeness. Bloody knuckles for the mirror, getting ancient. Every hour, every day till you make it. Cigarettes in my chest, I confess, still a mess. Oh, what's left? More regret. Better yet, I can't believe how much we cause lately everything got touched us and dust, but somehow still feeling cuts. Oh, really better not trust, for you I bleed. Cigarettes in my chest, I confess, still a mess.
Of this day number 2 of this Kenya University esports rankings game.
Don't tap out, just black out. Brain cells for sale, I found out. That cash rap route is down now.
Against
That
each
cash
other
rap
in
route
this
is
tournament.
down
So
now.
who's gonna
Don't tap out,
dominate?
just
Ladies
black
and
out.
gentlemen, the
Brain
previous
cells
game we
for
just
sale.
saw this AP boys all the way from Zetech University absolutely delete everyone. They for some reason they didn't play game number 1, but are they gonna continue to assert that dominance in game number 3? We're here to find out in a bit. Game number 1 was dominated by none other than most wanted team, 13 most wanted team representing Mount Kenya University. Oh my God! So we have a couple of universities right here participating in this game. We also have a KCA University represented by none other than Paxton and the team. We also have Marshall and the boys all the way from Mary University, and also our boys Motion and 67 Vibes all the way from Mary University of Science and Technology. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be diving into game number 3 right here, right now. So, we're just waiting for these. These comments to connect, and then we see how we go from there. So, we agree. We have 14 out of 14 teams connected, 42 players. We're just waiting for them to connect in 9 seconds. The flight will be taking off. But wherever you're watching from, I just urge you to like the live stream if you haven't yet. Share the live stream as well, because this last game is going to be amazing. First game number 1 was dominated by Most Wanted team, and game number 2 was dominated by this Paxton, by these epic boys. Are they going to dominate game number 3 as well? We're here to find out. We're here to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Just take your seats. Our deployment flight has taken off just right here. So let's see how these teams are going to do. We're here to see who's going to drop the first blood, and whoever drops first blood, we shall getting you coverage in a second. We shall be getting you coverage in a second. So ladies and gentlemen, we have many teams jumping out. We have a couple of teams going to farm area. This flight looked very amazing. So let's see who's gonna drop the first blood. You have a couple of people. These AP boys decided that they wanted to go around farm area. So let's see who's gonna be picking up a first blood. These AP boys around farm. There's a couple of teams. We have about three teams. So we have to see OP Pochatemu becomes our first blood of this lobby. Drawing first blood. We also have Aimbot, HZN, also around farm area. This farm area is going to be the main hub for violence. I can feel it as first bloods drop. We have a couple of teams picking up their very fast kills, but now Aimbot seems to be in trouble right here, being rushed by Silco. Silco gets turned on by Aimbot, who instantly deletes him with that 117. So the question is Aimbot going to continue with this momentum and top frag this lobby? Aimbot at 2 kills, Loza yet to pick up his first kill, Sagegeri and Paxton himself yet to pick up their very fast kills. So Paxton and the team, these guys are all the way from KCA University. So as it stands, KCA University boys are in the league, but now they're being rushed by these AP boys from Zetech University. These danger boys are rushing this team. So it's going to be an interesting fight to watch. These AP boys haven't yet gotten any kills. So Giggity gets beamed by Soldier Boy. So who's going to pick up the very first kill? We're here to find out, ladies and gentlemen, who's going to drop fast. Runs. Takes out Sak Giggity right there. Sak Giggity gets instantly deleted by Run X, ladies and gentlemen. But now where's Loser and his teammates? Loser is all the way at Ecology Lab. Aimbot also watching, but from a fan. Paxton also all the way at Military Research. So the teamwork on this team is not amazing, if you ask me. Aimbot just watch this team and get deleted. Absolutely fried right there. So the question is being rushed by these sweaty players. Is it going to be able to survive this, as these AP boys are currently in a different gunfight? Aimbot tries to sneak up behind them to see if he can pick up some third-party kills right there. Get some beams on them, but not able to confirm any kills. But Silco is also watching from that house across, ladies and gentlemen. But your top frag of the lobby is still none other than aimbot.hzn with 2 kills. Aimbot.hzn with 2 kills on the board. 2 kills on the board. Remember, these boys are all the way from KCA University. They're representing KCA University. 2 kills on the board in total for them. But Paxton and the boys have also picked up momentum. They have also a cumulative total of 2 kills as well. Though RunX gets some info, he knows that there's someone in that house. Gets spotted by Aimbot and gets instantly deleted by Aimbot. RunX gets instantly deleted by Aimbot, who picks up his 3rd kill, ladies and gentlemen. Confirms the kill right there. Yes, 3 kills on the board for these KCA University boys. So they have picked up some momentum right there. So the question is, are they going to carry on with that momentum? These AP boys have gotten information that their teammate has just been taken out right there. Just look at them, they're rushing in together. This is not looking good for Aimbot. Is Aimbot going to be able to survive this? We are going to find out. Tries to slide cancel, but now he's getting shot in the back. Is he going to survive this? Tries to run to safety, but he's getting shot left and right. Ladies and gentlemen, these AP boys are not going to let him just escape that easy after he killed their teammate. But now the difficult bit is that Aimbot has no heals, so he's going to want to see that he falls back to safety, plates up, and then sees if he can go back and picks up some more kills on the AP boys. But now these AP boys currently are in a bit of a tough situation right here. There are only 2 men left standing on this team, ladies and gentlemen. Only Dax and RunX, a revive going on down there. Oh my days. RunX finds that out, spams that BY15. He knows that there are people there, gets 2 downs right there, ladies and gentlemen. Nice plays from RunX, who picks up his 3rd kill of the game, confirms a kill right there. He's now the top frag of the lobby with 3 kills, tied at 3 kills with Aimbot, who also has 3 kills. Are there any other people in the lobby with more than 3 kills? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you have none other than 67 Vibes being the top frag of the lobby with 4 kills. These boys are also picked up some momentum. Vibes and the team from Mary University of Science and Technology, ladies and gentlemen. Vibes at 4 kills, Motion at 3 kills, Karieki Zivamp at 1 kill, and Proficient yet to pick up his very first kill, ladies and gentlemen. They have a cumulative total of 8 kills, only 2 kills away from hitting double digits right there. Vibes on the team are steady pushing, steady grinding as well. I wasn't keeping an eye on them, but it's good to see them pull up their socks and try to see if they can make a comeback right here in the final lobby of the day, the final lobby of the day, ladies and gentlemen. But now, scanning further, we have Most Wanted and the team also pulling up their socks right here. Most Wanted at 3 kills, Bad Boy at 2 kills, Washed at 2 kills, and Serengeti at 1 kill. These guys are also steadily pushing. They have a total of 8 kills, only 2 kills away from double digits. Team number 5 playing quite well as well. Most Wanted all the way from Mount Kenya University, steady representing, ladies and gentlemen. The question is, are they going to go ahead and win this? We know this lobby has a lot of potential, plenty of sweaty players right there. But ladies and gentlemen, what has just come in, that Dax has just gotten a beautiful 4-piece right here, ladies and gentlemen. He's in a gunfight right here. He currently has 6 kills. Spots someone right here, takes him out with a shotgun. Musei Wako, Musei in these lobbies of ours gets taken out. But ladies and gentlemen, our top fragger gets beamed by Aimbot. Aimbot just has a way of coming and third party in these fights and picking up a couple of kills for himself. He has 4 kills on the board, but he's now being rushed by AP's team, by these other AP boys who are still alive. Ranax knows that he's around, ladies and gentlemen. But what a beautiful play from Dax. Beautiful 7-piece for these AP boys. These boys from Zetech are sure absolutely merciless. Oh, Soldier Boy goes in and picks up a kill right there. And also Most Wanted was in the area, but got taken out by Run X. But backup came from Most, who took out Run X. Ladies and gentlemen, this place is absolute chaos. AP Soldier Boy comes out to give his teammates backup. Oh my God, is he going to be able to survive this? But gets taken out by Worst. Worst is deleting all these AP boys as if they are nothing, ladies and gentlemen, as if they weren't dominating just in the previous lobby. Worst at 4 kills, ladies and gentlemen. This team, Most Wanted team, these boys from all the way from Mount Kenya University, I've stepped it up right here. Instead of deleting this Zetech boys and not putting on a fight right here in this final game of day number 2. They want to take this form, ladies and gentlemen. They want to claim this. So they are now Most Wanted in the top frag of this team with 4 kills, tied with Worst also has 4 kills. Bad Boy is currently at 2 kills, and Serengeti at 1 kill. These AP boys are also just coming back in. They must regroup and see if they can get more kills. Ranax in a gunfight right here with Spencer, beaming Spencer with that chopper. Takes him out, ladies and gentlemen. And then a gunfight right here. They just got out from a gunfight. They didn't have time to recover, and they're straight into another gunfight right here. Though Ranax has been able to confirm his 5th kill right there. Dax is currently the top frag of both the entire lobby and also the top frag of this team with 7 kills, and Soldier Boy at 3 kills. Soldier Boy in a gunfight with Dashi almost takes out Dashi, but now both players are 1 HP. Dax already in the building, trying to see if he can get that down on Dashi. It's now just a cat and mouse. Dashi running around, trying his best to survive. 3 hungry men around him, but is he going to be able to survive? He goes back upstairs, but now he gets spotted by AP Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy gets those beams on him. Dashi is 1 HP. Is Dashi going to be able to survive this? Almost taken out. Dashi just narrowly surviving, narrowly staying alive. I don't know how he's being able to do this, but he's just running left and right, using that movement to try and stay alive. But now it all ends right here as he gets instantly taken out by Ranax, ladies and gentlemen. Ranax picks up his 7th kill, his 6th kill of the game. But Ranax is getting beamed out of nowhere by Most Wanted. Most Wanted is now in the area. He wants a bit of this action. Picks up his 6th kill right there on Ranax, ladies and gentlemen. Most Wanted with a Kilo 141 Demon song, and then a KRM in his hand. KRM is now ground loot. So this is so amazing for Most Wanted and the team that have come, and now they might wipe these AP boys right here. These boys from Zetech are in a bit of trouble right here because now they're outnumbered. But now Dax has played this wisely. He dips and keeps his team in this game. He just falls back and goes as far as he can into a pipeline area. But ladies and gentlemen, his teammates are getting taken out. Soldier Boy falls right there to Worst. Ladies and gentlemen, Worst and the team, Most Wanted that the team have come back in this final game with a lot of force right here, a lot of force. They were absolutely deleted in the previous game. They didn't dominate a lot, but now they're asserting dominance in this game. Ladies and gentlemen, Gigiti gets spotted right here, getting beamed by Worst. Bad Boy picks up the final kill. Now Black trying to beam from afar. He's also been spotted, but now it's now down to him to keep his team in this. He's not just trying to fall back. He can't 1v4 this whole team of Worst and the team, ladies and gentlemen. Worst trying to get some beams right here, but now they're in the gunfight. Serengeti manages to pick up a kill right here. It's very interesting, this area. Worst being the top frag of this team. These boys from Mount Kenya University are now stepping it up. They're the top fraggers of the lobby. Worst with 6 kills, Most Wanted with 6 kills, Bad Boy with 3 kills, and Serengeti with 2 kills. They have a total of about 17 kills, so they're only 3 kills away from hitting a 20 bomb, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, good stuff from these Mount Kenya University boys right here. Deleting everyone right here, ladies and gentlemen. They're playing quite well. So let's see. Who's the individual top frag of the lobby? Ladies and gentlemen, it's none other than Worst with 7 kills, all the way from Mount Kenya. This Mount Kenya boy is my boy, Most Wanted. 6 kills on the board for him, Worst with 7 kills, Bad Boy with 3 kills, and Serengeti with 2 kills. They're steady pushing, and we're almost down to our very final circle as it stands. So these teams are going to have to stay alive. Of all the 14 teams that we started off with, we are down to our final 11 teams. So 11 universities are still in this. Which universities are still alive? We have Mosho and the boys who are still alive and gunning all the way from Meru University. Then also Most Wanted and the boys from Mount Kenya University are still alive. Let's see what other boys are still alive. These Zetech boys also still alive. Sagigiri, Loser and the team are also still alive. Paxton and the team all the way from KUER University also still alive and gunning among this final 11 teams of this final game of the night. So who's going to go ahead and win this? I'm excited to find out. We have a couple of teams absolutely dominating. These Zetech boys are now starting to rake up a couple of kills. AP Ducks has now become our top frag of the lobby with 8 kills on the board. He's only 2 kills away from hitting 10 kills. About to hit a 10 bomb right there. His teammate Ranax is at 6 kills. Soldier Boy is at 5 kills, and Keshi is being heavily carried right here. He had to pick up his very first kill of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, things are getting hot. But now, if you look around and try to see other teams that are doing quite well in terms of kills, we have Aimbot from Sagiri's team picking up his 6th kill. Paxton with 2 kills. Loser at 0 kills, and Sagigiri at 1 kill. This Paxton boy is away from KUER, doing quite well in terms of kills. Not bad. 67 vibes, motion, and the team all the way from I believe this is Meru University of Science and Technology. They're also playing quite well, ladies and gentlemen. Most Vibes being the top frag of that team with 7 kills on the board. Motion with 6 kills. Kariku Savamp with 2 kills, and Proficient being carried heavily right here with 0 kills on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, these Mount Meru boys playing quite well. So Motion on the team, a correction has come in that they are all the way from Meru University, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see, we're almost down to our very final circle. This final lobby of ours is about to come to an end. Our top frag of the lobby being none other than Vibes with 8 kills, and then also there is AP boys. We also have Washed with 8 kills, and but these AP boys have 2 people at 8 kills. They have Ranax with 8 kills and Dax at 8 kills. They're in the gunfight right here, about to pick up another kill in a gunfight with Sagigiri's team, ladies and gentlemen. They pull out that spotter, drop it somewhere there on their right, and they decide to push the team on their left, but they don't know that they're out in the open. They might get spotted by Sagigiri and get beamed right here, so it might not be good. They don't know that they're out in the open. Sagigiri spots them and gets some beams on them, but now Sagigiri gets beamed by Rand, who survives narrowly 1 HP, but now the damage has already been done. Sagigiri is down, and then the spotter comes out from Ranax, who is currently at 9 kills, almost about to confirm his 10th kill right there, ladies and gentlemen. This AP team from Zetech University is absolutely destroying everybody in this area, and this area of docks. So they are still they're just out of a gunfight right there, but they are not being third-parted by Black and the team, who are just watching them from afar. But Black and the team have decided that they don't want to engage just yet. Black, Dashi, Engis, and Bansega, they say that that's a gunfight they don't want to take. They know that the guys they are up against are not easy. These AP boys are a danger to everyone in this lobby. AP Dax at 9 kills, Ranix at 9 kills, AP Soldier by 6 kills, and Keshi being carried heavily right here. We get to pick a very final circle. Whoever dies might not get the chance to come back into this fight. But Glazy has been spotted right here and is being rushed by AP Soldier Boy and AP AP Rand X, ladies and gentlemen, who pushed him and absolutely deleted him right there. But now Black and the team are watching them from up there. They have that height advantage. But the question is, are they going to use that height advantage? Our top fragger of the lobby is none other than AP Darks with 9 kills and AP Rand X with 9 kills. Let's look around and see. Oh, my boy 67 vibes. I got this wrong. 67 vibes is still alive and top fragging this lobby, ladies and gentlemen. Motion and the team for Mount Meru don't want to let this last game go to waste, ladies and gentlemen. They're stepping it up a bit. Vibes being our individual top frag of the lobby with 11 kills and Motion just only 3 kills behind Vibes with 8 kills, ladies and gentlemen. Kariyiku at 2 kills and Proficient being carried heavily, but now this is a gunfight between these AP boys and the oh my god, the top fraggers of the lobby are going against each other right here. Who's gonna come out of this alive? These AP boys versus Vibes, but Vibes is outnumbered right here, takes out one, but now his teammates are nowhere to be seen. Motion comes with that third party, ladies and gentlemen. Vibes had taken out one of them, but now Loza getting beamed right here. Loza. We have about 3 teams in this area. Loza gets taken out by Motion. Motion picks up with 9 kills, but he's getting shot in the back. Motion might not be able to survive this, and yes, unfortunately, Vibes and the team gets eliminated right here. Vibes are that top frag of the lobby with 12 kills, but his team falls right here. This is so bad, ladies and gentlemen. So bad for Vibes and the team. No. So our top fraggers left standing are none other than Worst and the team. Worst has 10 kills. I don't know why this AP boys are. No, this AP boy is also still alive, and AP Darks is currently top fragging this lobby with 11 kills. Run X at 9 kills, Soldier Boy at 8 kills, and Kashi still watching from the sidelines. But now AP Soldier Boy managed to get a down right here on Sagigiri. Ladies and gentlemen, pushing in, but now remember the numbers are not playing to their advantage. He comes in, confirm the kill, and yes he does. He picks up his 9th kill. Soldier Boy at 9 kills, Run X at 9 kills, Dax at 11 kills. This AP team from Zetech is dominating this final lobby of ours, ladies and gentlemen. I thought Motion and Vibes were going to put up a fight, but unfortunately they failed. So we are now down to our final 7 teams, ladies and gentlemen. It ends right here. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win this lobby? Black and the entire team are also still alive, but these AP boys are down to their final 3 teams. Are they gonna be able to survive despite numbers not being able to play? Not playing to their advantage? Soldier Boy gets taken out right there, but his backup way to come from Run X and Ducks. The river is going on, but now they're being rushed right here. This might not be good for them, but they drop that spotter right there, so this is nice. So Black takes out Soldier Boy. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be good for these epic guys, but they try to get the rotation. Oh my god, it's a 2v3, ladies and gentlemen. Who's gonna win this? These guys know that these Run X guys are outnumbered. So Run X falls to do that. He takes out Bansega, picks up his 13th kill, ladies and gentlemen. We're now down to our final 7 teams. Who's gonna win this? Dash is outnumbered right here. Oh my god, he spots Dashi in front of him, tries to beam Dashi, but ladies and gentlemen, he might not survive this, trying to rotate to zone, but ladies and gentlemen, everywhere he looks, they're just enemies and gunfights and bullets just flying left and right, ladies and gentlemen. Is he gonna be able to survive this? That's a big question. We're here to find out. He's now just trying his best to stay alive to see if he can secure some placement points for his team. But ladies and gentlemen, Rost and the team are still alive. Oh my god, Dax picking up a kill right there, almost got taken out, picked up his 14th kill. He's now just crawling in the grass. He knows someone is in front of him. He's passing, beams them, ladies and gentlemen, takes out Dashi. Ladies and gentlemen, Dax in the top front of the lobby with 16 kills. Someone behind him, creeping behind him. He takes him out as well, ladies and gentlemen. Dax is 17 kills, deleting everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy from Zetech University is deleting absolutely everyone. We are now down to our final 2 teams. Worst versus Dax's team. It's a 1v3. It ends right here. Ladies and gentlemen, if Dax deletes this whole team, it will be legendary. Dax being rushed by Most Wanted right here. Most Wanted wants all the smoke, but now Dax decides that he doesn't want to give them the win. He tried to run out of zone, but got taken out by Most Wanted. Ladies and gentlemen, Dax fought to the final breath, but unfortunately the numbers advantage couldn't help him, and his team came in 2nd place. But good stuff from Dax. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners of this game, none other than Most Wanted and the team all the way from Mount Kenya University. Worst being the top frag of that team with 13 kills. 2nd place coming being Most Wanted with 8 kills. Serengeti in 3rd place with 6 kills, and then Bad Boy, 13 Bad Boy at 5 kills. These Mount Kenya boys securing their second win of the night. Remember, they won the previous, the first game of the night, absolutely dominated it, and they've also gone ahead and won this game. There, I feel this game was most dominated in terms of kills by none other than these AP boys from Zetech. So let's see how they did in terms of kills, ladies and gentlemen. In terms of kills, the top fraggers of the lobby were none other than these Zetech boys yet again causing problems. Team number 7 with a total of 36 kills, ladies and gentlemen. They absolutely fried everyone, especially that boy, Dark Sword, individual top frag of the lobby with 20 bomb right there. But his teammate Run X had double digits as well, 10 kills, and then Soldier Boy 9 kills, and then Kashi as well, who has been carried. This guy, his work was just to stay alive. 0 kills for him. He was spectating in game. But ladies and gentlemen, then in second place in terms of kills was none other than Most Wanted and the team from Mount Kenya University. The top flag of that lobby being none other than Worst with 13 kills, and Most Wanted with 8 kills, Serengeti with 6 kills, and Bad Boy with 5 kills. Then in third place in terms of kills, ladies and gentlemen, with 23 kills, we had team number 12 in 10th place. That being none other than 67 Vibes team. This guy is from from Mary University of Science and Technology. 67 Vibes being the top flag of that team with 12 kills in motion, with 9 kills, Kariku Savant with 2 kills, and Proficient being carried heavily right there with 0 kills. And in terms of placement, ladies and gentlemen, your champions of the lobby are none other than these boys from Mount Kenya University, Most Wanted in first place, Most Wanted and the team, and Worst and the team in first place. And in second place, we had none other than these AP boys from Zetech University with 36 kills, also to frag this lobby. So, man, I think these guys have swallowed points in this final game, despite coming in second place. Second place, Zetech University right there. Then in third place, we had none other than this edgy Black Panther, Ragnar, KO Prince, and Bixen. The whole team had just a total of 1 kill. Oh my God. I think these are the bottom fraggers among us, the top fraggers. Ragnar being the only person in that team, in that university team, to pick up a kill. So I don't know what university they are from, but GG's to them for picking up those placement points. So ladies and gentlemen, this has been your final lobby of the day, and these university rankings games will be returning tomorrow. So the action is not yet quite finished. We still have more amazing games to bring to you tomorrow. This is for the teams that have absolutely, the universities that have absolutely dominated today's lobby. Thank you guys for putting on such an amazing show. Most Wanted and the team are dominating our first and third lobby. Then also these AP boys from Zetech dominating both the second and the third lobby. Then also my boy Vibes also just trying his best to fight it out. These boys from Mary University of Science and Technology. Thank you also for participating in this lobby. So ladies and gentlemen, that has been all your action for today. We shall be returning tomorrow with more 3 exciting games, and I cannot wait for you guys to watch them. Other than that, I've been your caster. Your caster has been none other than your boy Uganda, casting away from Uganda, Kampala, Uganda, and I can't wait to see you guys as well in tomorrow's games. You guys have an amazing night, ladies and gentlemen. See you guys tomorrow.
Ain't feel no pain, they cups of Guinness. I break your records, fast name my fitness. I take your bitches, that's why I said mind your business. This is for the people think this attitude a gimmick. Coming to my face, bitch, see how we live it. This how we get it. Same time we don't got it, right? Dearly departed. My heart popping product. I dropped off the Sonic. They calling it profit, but profits are popping in August and honest. I'm shy, I'm an artist. Writing, been making these beats like a freak on the leash. I'm in need of some luck, cause the skill ain't enough, dude. And I don't plan to get face tattoos. No cash rules. My debt broke. My mom too. Yeah, and there go you, and there go you, selling me dreams and telling me things you thought you knew. Words to the lies that were made for you, for your eyes only, words to coast cool. This is that knowledge learned from you to you and to you. Living all day like we ain't got limits, ain't feel no pain, 8 cups of Guinness.
I break your records, I break your records, I break your records.
Guess I never noticed much, stone too much. Own the price of life till I touch down down to the earth, I'm heaven's rest. 11 blunts, 10 times a month. Since schizophrenia, I have plenty of thoughts that are dark, torn apart at the heart since a kid's centennial. I got plenty for thoughts better pop. Does it condescend you when I say that it's razor blade knives already? You pay for the pain that the fame will work for you. Day after day, all these words will murder you. Syllable slits that did not occur to you. And there go you, and there go you, yeah. Selling me dreams and telling me things you thought you know. Words to the lies that were made for you. For your eyes only, words to coach crew. This is that knowledge, not from you.